We're almost here, everybody. Last stop for the 2015-2016 season, Super Bowl 50. So in honor of this commemorable event, we take a look back at the top 5 most memorable Super Bowls. Number 5 takes us to the early days, to the time right before the 1970 NFL-AFL merger. We're looking at Super Bowl 3 between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Colts. The pioneers of football took center stage in a game that was arguably the biggest upset in Super Bowl history. Many believe that AFL teams were less than talented than the NFL clubs, but it only took one future Hall of Fame quarterback and Super Bowl III MVP, Joe Namath, to prove that stereotype wrong. The Jets sure didn't look like the 18-point underdogs everyone thought they were, who held a 7-0 lead in halftime thanks to Namath's savvy quarterback play, completing 3 consecutive passes to Bill Mathis and George Sawyer, with Matt Stanley punching it in. The Baltimore Colts tried it, but the final possession of the first half ended with Lal Michaels kicking wide left. Late in the fourth quarter, the Colts Johnny Unitas, led by a couple of Jets penalties, would cut the deficit to 16-7. The Jets would later give the ball back to the Colts with 8 seconds left, which resulted in 2 failed passes, all but sealing the victory for Namath and the Jets. How about number 4? Super Bowl 25 had the Buffalo Bills making their first of 4 consecutive Super Bowl appearances that each ended the same exact way: the Bills losing. As the kryptonite to the Bills' no-huddle offense, the Giants went with a conservative plan, relying on their running game featuring O.J. Anderson, mixed in with a couple of quarterback bootlegs, rollouts, and play-action fakes. The Bills would orchestrate an impressive 63-yard drive in 4 plays with a 31-yard touchdown run by running back Thurman Thomas on the first play of the fourth quarter. Buffalo would take the lead 19-20, but the Bills' D would soon find themselves on a long 14-play, 74-yard drive that chewed up over 7 minutes of clock. Now the Bills did manage to hold the Giants to a field goal, making it 23-20. And that score would not change at the final Bills possession, in which quarterback Jim Kelly would manage to get the Bills to the 29-yard line with 8 seconds left, leaving the game in the hands of Pro Bowl kicker Scott Norwood, whose kick would sail wide right. Must have been a Super Bowl curse for the Bills. Number 3 leads us to one of the most thrilling games in history. Super Bowl 34 may have coined the term a game of inches. The St. Louis Rams, at the time, since they just moved back to Los Angeles, outgained the Titans in total yardage 294-86. After the Rams' touchdown midway through the third quarter, Tennessee responded, scoring 16 unanswered points with a little over 2 minutes left to play, the largest deficit to be erased up to that point in the Super Bowl. But Kurt Warner and the Rams answered quickly with a 73-yard connection to Isaac Bruce to put them back in the lead. What would follow would go into the NFL lore as the 1-yard stop or the tackle. The late Steve McNair would drive the Titans to the 10-yard line with only 6 seconds remaining. And on that final play, McNair would throw to the wide receiver Kevin Dyson, who was stopped only 1 yard short of the goal line by linebacker Mike Jones, saving the possible game-tying touchdown. Number 2 brings us to Super Bowl 42. It aches my heart to talk about this as a Cowboys fan, but for those of you who don't remember, this game featured the picture-perfect 16-0 Patriots against a Giants team who miraculously dug their way into Super Bowl stardom. In their first meeting of the regular season, these two teams scored a combined 73 points, but only managed to score a mere 10 by the end of the third quarter, bringing the score to 7-3 with the Pats leading. After Bill Belichick's superior mind backfired, deciding not to go with the field goal late in the third by Stephen Gostkowski, the Pats would turn the ball over on 4th and 13, allowing the G-Man possession of the ball. But in the fourth quarter, quarterback Eli Manning, I believe in Eli, threw 2 touchdowns, with the touchdown to Plaxico Burress being set up by David Tyree's one-handed helmet catch. The Giants would go on to upset Brady and the Pats in one of the craziest Super Bowls ever. It's time for number 1. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys faced off in Super Bowl 13 for the second time. Steelers beat the boys in Super Bowl 5, and both teams were looking for their 3rd ring. The Steelers led by Terry Bradshaw, and the Cowboys were led by Roger Staubach. Both quarterbacks coming off their best season. Much like all the other Super Bowls, things tend to heat up late in the game. Cowboys trailed 21-17 late in the third after one of the most iconic drops in history by tight end Jackie Smith in the end zone on 3rd down. We move to the fourth quarter, Steelers up 35-17 with less than 7 minutes to play. Staubach will lead an impressive 89 touchdown drive. Cowboys trail 35-24, but Cowboys seek redemption after recovering the onside kick. Rodgers connects with 88 Club Drew Henson to set up the go-ahead touchdown to Butch Johnson. Cowboys trail 35-31, but after a second attempt on an onside fail, The Steelers was still what was left of the clock. Whew, Super Bowl weekend, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, drop me a like. You guys know what to do. Stay tuned for Monk Spot, your new favorite place for everything in NFL.